Hi friends. So we were discussing the chapter force and pressure. So I hope you have gone through the previous portions and all whatever we have studied. What is force? It's a push or a pull. What are the effects of force? Okay, so we can't see force, but how we can understand there is force? We can feel or understand the effects of force. Okay, so those things it's very clear to you. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next portion of the chapter. They are types of forces. Okay, so there are different types of forces in our daily life. We are getting used to different types of forces. Okay, so the major force, they are mainly divided into two sections. They are contact forces and non-contact forces. Contact forces and non-contact forces. Okay, mainly they are contact forces and non-contact forces. So what are these contact forces and non-contact forces? Simply, if we explain contact and non-contact forces, I told you force is a push or a pull. So this push or a pull, if it is happening physically, originally if we are using the strength and physically if it is happening, then we will call it as contact. If there is a contact between the one who is applying the pressure and the one who is having the effect of pressure, the object which is applying the pressure and the object which is having the effect of pressure, if both of them are in direct contact, we will say it is contact pressure, contact force. And if there is no direct contact between the one who is applying the pressure force and the one who is having the effect of force, then we will say it is non-contact force. Okay, so in contact forces, we are having mainly two types of forces. They are muscular force and frictional force. Muscular force and frictional force. And in non-contact force, we are having mainly gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. Gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. So today let's discuss what are these types of, let's explain these different types of forces. The first one, muscular force. What do you understand from the term muscular force or muscular pull or muscular push? We all are having muscles, isn't it? In biology you might have studied, we are having muscles, we are doing activities because of this muscular tissues, etc. Isn't it? So we are able to apply pressure because of our muscles. Okay, we are able to do work because of our muscles. So we humans do the work using these muscles, muscular tissues, isn't it? So what is it? Whenever we are applying a force using our muscular strength, we will call those forces as muscular force. Whenever we are doing work, whenever we are pushing someone, whenever we are kicking a ball, whenever we are holding carrying a bag, whenever we want to change the position of a table, whenever we want to cut a onion, whenever we want to carry water from the well, what we are doing? We are using a muscular strength to do the work, or we are using a muscular strength to apply pressure, so apply force, or we are using a muscular strength to push or pull or to apply force. So these types of forces, these type of applied forces are called muscular forces. I have given you a lot of examples. You can find out a lot other different types of examples of muscular forces. Clear? Okay, so when we are applying muscular pressure, means when we are using our muscles in order to apply force, there is a direct contact between us and the object on which we are applying the force, isn't it? Yes, so they are a type of contact forces, muscular forces. Now the next type of force, frictional force. Have you heard of friction? What is friction? I will explain it in very simple words. When we are pedaling, cycling, okay, while we are pedaling, the cycle moves, and you imagine that after sometimes you stop pedaling. So what will happen to the cycle's motion? What will happen to the cycle's motion? It will at first means when we stop, the moment at which we stop pedaling, the cycle will start to reduce its speed, isn't it? If we were speeding at a high speed, if we are riding at a high speed, and if we stop pedaling suddenly, what will happen? The cycle will start slowing down, and after some time, if we don't apply the pedal again, the cycle will stop, isn't it? So what is happening over there? We have stopped applying pressure, but without, and if some, I have told you the effects of force. There should be a moving object can be stopped by applying a force. So there should be some force in order to make the cycle to rest, isn't it? And another example, when we are throwing a ball through the ground, if we are throwing a ball through the ground, or if we are kicking a football through the ground, when we kick, the ball will move, but after some times, if no one else is kicking or no one else is applying pressure, force on the ball, what will happen? The ball will come to rest. It will stop at some point, at a longer distance, it will stop. Why it is stopping? So there is some phenomenon happening in these cases, isn't it? I have told you, without application of pressure, a moving object, without application of force, a moving object cannot be stopped. Without application of force, a moving object cannot be stopped. So who is applying pressure on the ball, or who is applying pressure on the cycle? Who is applying force on the cycle? Who is applying force? You just imagine, or can you imagine what is happening over there? So there occurs another force called frictional force. Friction. You will be studying this, the whole theory about friction in your next chapter. Okay, but what is friction? It is a stopping force. It's an imaginary stopping force, not imaginary, means it is happening. We can't see with the naked eyes. I told you, force we cannot see with the naked eyes. So likewise, friction is also a force which stops the motion, which is against the application of force. Whenever we are doing something, we are doing a work, there is automatically there occurs a opposite force, and that opposite force against the application of our force, that is called frictional force, which stops the motion, which is against the application of force. The force which acts against the application of force is called frictional force. I hope it's clear. Okay, so that is why whenever the ball is moving, we have applied pressure. If there was no friction, if there was no frictional force, what will happen is the ball will continue moving without any stop. Okay, so you may think what will be is the frictional force advantageous or non-advantageous? Do we require frictional force, or is it a very burden for us? You may think that it's against the application of force, so it's unuseful, means what? We don't require it. So we have to understand that this frictional force is very important in a human life. If there was no friction, we won't be able to stand straight. We will be slipping and we will be falling down. And during rainy season, the roads or the concrete roads, it will be slippery. That's because the friction has reduced. So what the contractors or what the constructors do, they'll make some patches on the concrete road so that it will have some grip. That grip will allow maximize the friction, the frictional force. So friction is very important in our daily life. Without friction, our life would have been so without friction we couldn't have had a easier life like this. Okay, so frictional force is important, and we will study more about friction in the next chapter. So you have to study contact forces, means muscular force, and frictional force. Frictional force means the force acting against the application of our force, the force acting on the opposite side. So if you are applying force on this direction, the friction will be applied on the opposite direction. Okay, so that is it. So that is contact forces, muscular force and frictional force. Now we will come on to the non-contact forces. They are gravitational forces, magnetic forces, and electrostatic forces. So what are gravitational forces? Gravitational force means it is the force applied by our earth. The force applied by earth. Gravity. Earth's gravity. You might have heard about Earth's gravity. So the gravitational force means the force applied by earth. If I am throwing a ball upwards, what will happen to the ball? It will come down. Why it is coming down? It is coming down to the surface of the earth. That means if the earth is like this, we are standing on the surface of the earth. We human beings are standing on the surface of the earth. We all are standing on the surface of the earth. Okay. So whenever we throw a ball upwards, what will happen? The ball will come down. It will come down to the surface of the earth. Isn't it? Okay. So like you might have heard of the story of Isaac Newton. Isn't it? The apple, Newton's apple. He was sitting down under an apple tree, and the apple fell down on his head, and he was thinking, why it is not going up, it is coming down. And there occurred the studies of gravity, and now we know that the earth is attracting everything towards itself. We are standing straight. It's also because of this gravitational force. We are not, you might have seen in films and all, or you might have seen in some videos like in the spaceships. The astronauts, they will be flying on the space shuttles. There is no gravity, zero gravity it is. Outside the earth's atmosphere, there is no gravity. That means earth cannot pull the objects towards itself if the object is outside the atmosphere of the earth. Okay, so we are under the atmosphere of the earth, we are inside the atmosphere of the earth, so the earth can pull ourselves towards itself. The earth's force is pulling us, and we are standing straight. The earth's force is pulling everything, so everything is coming down. Otherwise our table, the pen, the pencil, the book, everything will be flying around. Isn't it? So that is the force. The force with which the earth attracts everything towards itself, that force is called gravitational force. There is no contact. There is no direct physical contact, but it is a force with which we can understand, we can feel that there is gravitational force. But there is no direct contact as in the case of frictional force or muscular force. The next one, it is magnetic force. What it is? Magnets. What are magnets? They attract each other. They attract metal pieces. The substance which attracts other objects are called as magnets. So these magnets, what they will do? They will be attracting, they will be pulling towards itself other objects. So what that pull can be called as force. So the force exerted by the magnets, they are called magnetic forces. When they are applying the force, there is no direct contact. But after the application of force, it comes and hits on the magnet, or it comes and attracts on the magnets. Okay, so during the application of force, there is no contact. It is coming without any contact. So we can call it as non-contact forces. Clear? Now the electrostatic force. What are electrostatic forces? In 7th standard or in 6th standard, you might have done some examples of what you will be using your scale, you will be rubbing it on your hair, and if you place some small pieces of paper, and if you try to attract those pieces of paper with the rubbed scale, it will be attracting each other. The pieces of paper will be attracted on the scale, isn't it? So what is happening when we are rubbing the scale on our hair? What will happen? There occurs a generation of small charges are happening over there. Small charges are generated at that position. So these electrostatic forces are forces when there occurs some charges. There will be some charges produced, and those charges will attract or repel other objects. So the electrostatic forces are forces which are occurring in the case of electrostatic charges. Whenever there are charges present, these electrostatic forces are present, and they are also non-contact forces. Okay, about this gravitational force, electrostatic force, etc., we will be studying it in your higher classes in detail. This frictional force, we will be studying it in your next class, next chapter. Okay, so these are the different types of forces.